muratashye mwari mumaze igihe kinini hano mugomba kujya mu muryango mushobora gusanga hari ibyahindutse mugomba kubyitwaramo neza kugira ngo mutagira icyo ugarura hano sibyo
Kamonyi genocide.
For 19 years, Etienne Ndahimana has been serving time for his part in the brutal killing of more than 800,000 Rwandans. Ndahimana belongs to the country's majority ethnic group, the Hutus, who slaughtered Tutsis over the course of 100 days in 1994. Ndahimana says he killed 2 people, but he's just one of more than 1 million killers convicted in public tribunals called gacaca courts. Prisoners are being released almost daily, and while most have moved back in with their families, some have moved to villages like this one.
We're walking through Guero Reconciliation Village. It's one of 8 of these type villages that exist across the country, where survivors of the genocide and killers live side by side. It's hard to understand why any survivor of the genocide would want to live next to one of their killers in one of these villages. Part of it is believing in reconciliation and forgiveness. It's a religious community, but part of it is that they receive free housing and livestock.
Maria was hiding in a bush with the youngest of her 4 children when the killing started.
Abahutu bamaze kwambara n'intwaro zabo baseseke mu ngo z'abatutsi twahise twirukanka uko umugabo wanjye yapfuye n'abana nabimenye nyuma ngeze Burundi nge nanahunze nzi kwakiriho.
Do you know who killed your family?
Ko bamenya abanyice nabamenye.
Do those people live around here?
Hari abahatuye. Ariya Philibert ari he?
How did you kill Marie's husband and children?
Njye n'abagenzi banjye nyine uko twari kuri bariyeri basanze dufite umupanga bakoreshejwe gusa abana bo batawe mu iyo simu ari bazima hatemwe abakuru abana batabwo ari bazima.
I think what most people can't understand is how can you kill children?
Kuko ari genocide yateguwe tumva ko umututsi uwo ari we wese batita ngo umugore cyangwa se n'umwana kwari gutsembaho.
It's hard for me to believe that the 2 of you can sit next to each other peacefully.
Amaze gufungurirwa nagize ikibazo cyo kumva ko Maria namuhemukiye naragiye musaba imbabazi arazimpa numva n'ibyo biranejeje.
Do you 2 get together because you live in this village, you're part of the program, people like us come to visit, or do you have a true relationship?
Kuba twarahujwe tugahura muri uyu mudugudu haniye twahujwe n'umwe n'ubwiyunge mwene data kwibabwira n'ibintu kireka hari hano ni kure uyu ni inshuti yanjye Philibert ndamukunda kandi warankunda.
If reconciliation still feels forced, that's because it is on some level. So is this national tradition, codified into law after the genocide.
So this is Umuganda. It happens once a month where everybody in the country comes together, no matter your background, and works to clean up their area. Everyone seems to be happy, positive, working together.
The man credited with returning stability to Rwanda is President Paul Kagame. He's led the country for almost 20 years.
Abantu iyo bakoreye hamwe iyo bafatanije bagera kuri byinshi bagera kure.
Today's Rwanda is not as pleasant for those who don't agree with Kagame. Opposition leader Victoire Ingabire was recently released from prison after being convicted of genocide denial, an arrest that came just as she was preparing to run for president against Kagame. And last month, her spokesman, Anselm Mutyamana, was found strangled to death a day after neighbors saw him picked up by security officials. By killing Anselm, do you think that somebody was sending you a message?
I can't live in a fire that I will be killed because my people need democracy. Our country needs the freedom. This we cannot be afraid and say we will not talk because we will be killed. These are the members of my political party who are in prison. There is the vice president. When he was arrested, he has to stop his job to come to take over my activity here.
Why were these members arrested?
The government accused them to form a military group.
Many people do say that you're a Hutu extremist, and many people say that this country is too fragile to have a candidate like you. What do you say to that?
No, that is the campaign from the government.
What is the bigger concern when it comes to the president squashing your political party, not letting you run for office, not allowing for freedom of expression?
The government, they say that because of genocide, it is not yet a time to open up political space. They are afraid that the people can again commit the genocide, but I don't agree with this argument. If the people are not free to criticize the political of the government, that is a big problem.
Others, even those in the business of open debate, think that's not worth the risk. By the way, I love your set, the purple and yellow, like the Lakers.
Like the Lakers.
Albert Rudatsimburwa owns one of the few private TV stations in the country. But even as a member of the media, he thinks that in order to maintain stability, the government is justified in cracking down on freedom of expression. How has President Kagame maintained the peace for the last 25 years?
It's to impose the peace, actually.
So tough leadership, what does that look like?
It's just that there are some red lines that you cannot cross.
Like what?
Open violence, insult, whatever.
Insult and open violence are different, though.
No, even open insult. You see, because you need to understand that prior, the build-up of the genocide, what's all about that? Hate media, hate speeches, hate messages.
What about opposition leaders like Ingabire, who attempted to run for president and ended up in prison?
These were people who wanted to join the club without going through the normal steps. You don't come out of the blue and claim that you want to do something.
So do you think that the country actually is too fragile to have a candidate like that?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. We are only 25 years, not even a full generation. So you don't play with that.
Umuntu uyiriho wese ko atazagerageza gukora jenoside kuko ari icyaha cy'indengakamere isi yose itemera. Ingaruka yo gufungwa ndi umwana nkavamo ndi umusaza numva ko nari ingaruka urabona nkahangaha urabona ko twari twahayobewe